In episode 280 of the Upland Property Experts Podcast, we'll cover all the news Upland decided was appropriate to release yesterday. Not the rest of the 6 days, just yesterday. Stay tuned for all the shenanigans. Where's our music? There it is.
The Upland Podcast with the property experts. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host too stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the Metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UPX.
Welcome to episode 280 of the Upland Property Experts Podcast. I'm your host, Too Stupid to Win, and as always, I'm joined by Thank Me Later. How are we doing this evening?
Ooh, good. I was rushed, so we're playing 7 Days to Die. I don't know if you're not familiar with the game. It's a
game that Cheese plays.
Yeah. So I'm playing with Cheese and Goldie and Robzilla, and every 7 days in the game, there's this thing called Horde Night, where like just waves and waves of zombies come and attack you. And like it timed it where I was like, you're not really like, it's bad form to like log out like right before then, because if somebody logs in and then they're not ready for it, like they're just going to get wrecked. And so Zilla and I were sitting there and I feel bad because Cheese has built this like horde base, and during the Horde Night, like they come and they wreck things. And so it's kind of like not returning your divot when you play golf. Like, okay. So I just kind of like used the base and it got all wrecked. And then I was like, I took all the loot and then I was like, deuces, I got to go run to see the show, go do the show.
But Cheese was already hanging out before the show, ready to go.
I know. She left us to do, because she couldn't log in because we were in the middle of Horde Night and nobody wrecked her. So she beat me to the show because I was doing that. I didn't hook the electric dart trap right after they destroyed the generator. Oh, yeah. So anyway, doesn't matter. Zilla almost blew up your base. I'll have you know, there were several of those bomb zombies and she activated them, but luckily I sniped them in the head before they could go off. It was brutal.
It sounds like it. You know what's brutal? My wife's been gone since Tuesday and I've been home with the kids. That's been brutal.
That sounds brutal. No
baseball practice, gymnastics, sick kids, throwing up kids, snotty kids, coughing kids. And then I got some of the funk. So it's been a fun week.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It's been a fun week. Can't wait to go meet up with my wife at her parents tomorrow for the Easter holiday weekend.
Yeah, fact.
It's great when they start asking you questions about their parts when they're 4.
This ain't that kind of show, I don't think.
It's funny. The way he does it, it's funny. So, yeah. We'll just leave it.
He's just like, yo, bro, you got one of these?
Well,
you seen this thing?
So he was saying nuts all the time. He's like, he was just talking about, I'm going to hit you in the nuts, my nuts, this and all. Right. We're like, dude, stop saying nuts. We were worried about him saying it at preschool. Right. So we finally got him doing it. So he's like, hey, Mike, don't hit me there. So he walks around and calls him and he points at him. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. He's a little character. And no, he did. All right. Here's the D's nut story from a 4-year-old. He hit me with it. I'm sitting there. He's sitting next to me. He's playing a little Bluey game on the tablet. My wife is helping my oldest son with something, and she's sitting on the couch next to me. And then my youngest daughter is next to my son, sitting by me doing her homework. And he's like, Dad, what's this? And my wife's asking me to look up something on the calendar, and I'm trying to find it for her. I'm like, what's what? He's like, these nuts. And usually I'm pretty good at reacting to these things. I can keep a straight face and be like, right, we can't say that, man, you know, but I lost it. And my wife's looking at me like, she's like, why are you laughing like that? She's like, So she looks at him. She's like, what did you just say? My 6-year-old, she starts jumping around. He said, D's nuts, D's nuts. So, and then my son's laughing. He's like, yeah, D's nuts. I'm like, oh, what is going on? And I'm just dying about to cry. My wife's like, I'm going to throttle you. You're like, this is not helping the situation. I'm like, it got me by surprise. It really did. So
That's phenomenal.
yes. So we're just like, can't say it at school. You don't talk about it at school.
Like, say it at the dinner table. It's hilarious, but don't bring it to school. Like, what did I walk into? Chow. Sorry, man. You walked into these nuts. What you walked into. Sorry, brother.
All right. From a happy note, we'll jump right into a sad note, though. I don't want to forget.
Dude, I already know where you're going. I was like, that is the worst sequitur ever, but go ahead.
I know it's the worst segue ever. Maybe we'll win an award for the worst segue ever. But yeah, we did lose an Upland OG. Some of you guys might have known him. Upland AM. You know, he's been around since the summer of 2020. Actually one of Mars Utah's childhood friends. So big Mars childhood friend. And, you know, yeah, he had a rough battle, but he was always in Discord. He was always chatting with people. You know, he was a super funny guy who loved sports, Web3, and he was a big part of the Web3 community all around. He was a diehard Yankees fan, a Bulls fan, and he loved New York and Upland. Now, I think he was one of the best connoisseurs in the game with the properties with the unique or wild street views, though. You know, he always had like the crazy street views or knew about the properties with the crazy street views.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a Notorious B.I.G. themed block explorer shop in Manhattan. You know, he loved New York in the real world and in Upland. And, you know, his favorite moment was when he hit the Diamond District in Manhattan at the release. So we didn't know what the collections were, and he hit big on the Diamond District. So yeah. So Upland lost an OG and a good friend of Mars Utah. So, you know, our thoughts are with his family and our brother Mars.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah. Very tough.
I mean, it does bring up because, you know, this isn't the first Uplander, you know, we've lost. It won't be the last. It always brings up the conversation of what happens to your assets afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that Upland has put an answer to that. I would love to, you know, to see something, you know, so that way, you know, these people who have put in a lot of hard work to Upland, it's not just lost or falls through the cracks. Like I really hope that they put some kind of formal structure in place, because, you know, it's kind of heartbreaking. Like, what's going to happen, you know, to all his assets. I hope that there was a plan in place of some kind, or that somebody's able to kind of help out. But yeah, it is.
Yeah, he was fighting it for a while, you know, and he lost his battle. So I know hopefully he did have some sort of plan set up to pass it on. So
yeah. But thoughts definitely with our boy Mars. That's got to be really hard.
Yeah, very hard. And to all the people that he chatted up, because he was
yeah, that's true.
Yep. So yeah. All right. Now back onto a big.
Now bring on MassChef and make him dance. Let's go.
Absolutely. That's what I was going to do. It's time to bring on MassChef.
Good. Hey, enjoy that segue.
Right. How the hell am I supposed to follow that?
Do a dance. Lord.
Dude, you better bring something good. We just brought the entire tone down about 15 notches. Good luck,
man.
Brother.
Yeah, I don't know if I could bring it back up from that. Oh man. Anyway, tough act to follow. Very, very sad. My condolences to everybody who knew him and to Mars Utah as well.
Yeah,
for sure. Anyway, But we have racing going tomorrow,
Yes.
1:30. Super excited about it. Can't wait for this season to start. Tomorrow's our season opener, and here we are. We want to make sure that one of the things that we were doing when we were selecting tracks this season is trying to make sure that we got a good variety of tracks to really test these drivers in these really fast cars. So we're starting off. You can go ahead and put that back up if you want to. We're starting off with the almighty Olive Mile, which is actually 1.23 miles, 12 turns.
That's a short track.
Very short track. One of the shortest tracks that we run in the Ultimate Racing League, and not specifically designed for S1Rs. There is a boost section. You can boost from turns 10 to 11. There's a nice straight right there. The track graphic here doesn't exactly describe the track very well in real game, because it's actually stretched out a little bit more. So that there's a nice straight between 10 and 11. You can still get a boost off on, but it is super fast and a lot of fun. We're going to see a lot of crashes. We're going to see a lot of lead changes. We're going to see a lot of slowdowns, some skids all over the place. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
So is that turn 7 as bad as it looks?
Turn 7 is as bad as it looks. Yes.
All right. It will be fun. And there's so many people racing tomorrow.
My God, is there a ton of people racing tomorrow? And we just released the heats earlier this evening in the drivers channel over on the URL Discord. So we are going to release them right here, right now. Heat number 1, San Mahoney, TB125, SC Kicker, Vape High Guy, a new driver, Wander 1976, and Phalos. Now, Vape High Guy is the starter for this heat, and so we're gonna send him into the fire right off the gate. So we're gonna. Oh, you guys are killing me. Anyway, so that's heat number 1. Heat number 2, we got Buellman JH2271, Metaspook, Sincere 87, another new driver, and Akapropi and Matsuda, with Matsuda being the starter. And as you can see, we do have the Metaverse Racing team is in here on heat number 2 together, and only 2 drivers from each heat make their way to the final. Ooh. So the competition's going to be super stiff to get into that final race tomorrow. So, and I know everybody has been out on the track doing all the practice that they could possibly do, because I've seen that track up on the racing app a ton. So I know that they're racing the track, trying to get some good times laid down so they can be ready for tomorrow. Heat number 3, we see Twists, a new driver, Foreskin, a new driver, John Rashad in his second season, Funky Beats running in here with Picasso, our last season champion, and Bajo, another new driver. So all these new drivers that are in this, we're looking to see who's going to come up as the rookie of the season. We've got potential here all over the board. It is going to be crazy. And again, the Lightning Spark Racers team racing together here now.
And MMC Racing too.
Oh yeah, and MMC Racing.
Oh,
now I could tell you, there is a whole lot of there's been more hype and excitement around the start of this season than we've had in any season previous here in the URL. So I'm super excited that everybody is so hyped for it, because I am absolutely hyped for it and ready to go. And we even got, in case nobody has seen it yet.
Is there a reason though? Like, what's the?
I think it's just because number 1, we're racing S1Rs. Now we've got 12, we've got 18 S1Rs out on the track. And when we first started in the URL, this is the 3rd time that we've run the Champion Series. The Champion Series is the only one that we've ran 3 times. This is the start of our 7th series. And for every Champion Series, we've been struggling to get 12 drivers on the track, because nobody wants to drive their S1Rs. for some reason, even though there's no damage, there's no mileage put on the car when you race it. But all of a sudden, there was a lot of excitement. We had, a big owner come in and make a substantial contribution to get these teams out on the track. And it's just going to be amazing. I cannot wait for it to start tomorrow. And one other thing, if anybody is familiar with the Llama Line Sportsbook Discord server, let me jump to the right one. They've started making odds on the races. Wolf Warner has come out and started making odds on the races. And this is what we've got so far with Mahoney MV Motorsports with the greatest odds to win tomorrow. Now, if you scan this QR code, it'll take you to the Llama Line server, and you can place right now, you can place picks for 1, 2, and 3. You've got to get them in perfect order, and it's by the team. So you pick your first team, second team, third team. If you get them in order, then Wolf Warner, you win 25,000 UPIX from Wolf Warner. Anybody who gets the right order of winners. So
wait,
literally,
what if it's like MMV comes in first and second? Is it?
It's got to be in order. So
you have to say like MMV, HPN.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
So it's got to be in order. So if you can get the right team combination in the order in which they win, then Wolf Warner will give you 25,000 UPIX. I thought this was really cool. You don't have to make a wager to get on there, but I think it's super awesome that racing is starting to get into the betting world. And I just want to throw it out there that the drivers in URL are not permitted to wager on races because that opens up space for race manipulation and other kinds of things that we just don't want to happen.
And it's for entertainment purposes only, because I'm pretty sure Upland has a very strict rule against any sort of gambling or anything in that. So
yeah,
this is
straight up just a pick'em, a pick'em contest. You don't put any UPIX in.
No gambling.
There's no gambling involved here. It's just a straight up pick'em contest. Yeah. The odds are there just for
entertainment
purposes. But I just think it's cool that they're
it's cool. It's interesting
that the teams have odds and that sort of thing. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I hope it motivates. Like if I'm NMC, I'm like, bro, you giving 5-1 odds against me? I'm burning this.
Right, and 5-1 odds, and not only is it 5-1 odds against them, but it's 5-1 odds against some very talented drivers. Twist and Ja Rashad are no joke.
Yeah.
So I mean, I personally that would absolutely motivate me to be out on the track and busting some heads, for sure. So anyway, I just thought that would be cool. Wanted to share with anybody, but if you haven't had a chance to check it out and you want to try to go in there and make some picks and take some of Wolfie's money, then have at it. Scan the QR code and jump over there and make your picks. I think it would be cool. And the last time I checked, there wasn't very many picks in. It was only maybe 4 or 5 picks in. So
and don't sleep on those wolf shields. I picked mine up. I actually bought a couple.
Those are sweet. Yeah, those
are
sweet.
Really cool.
I've got some of them too.
I got to go pick mine up.
Yeah, stop being a slacker. Go pick them up. He was nice enough to reserve you one. Rude.
I've been busy.
What? Yeah, with kids? That sounds like a you problem.
Right. So I just wanted to. And I just wanted to throw some other stuff out here too. Yeah. If you go over to, I have a. Oh wait,
a site you can't reach.
Yeah, a site I can't reach. Hold on, it's got to reload. So this is some stats on the Olive Mile track here that everybody, if you want to check this out, this is pretty sweet. This gives us the stats on the fastest qualifying lap and also the fastest races that have happened on the Olive Mile. Now, as you can see, everybody's been running it lately, but we have Foreskin right up there on the top 2 positions with the fastest qualifying laps, along with Metaspook in the number 3 position. So I just think this is very fascinating. 39.68 seconds for a qualifying lap, and only 1 minute and 56 seconds for an entire race. So
and that's for the 1E, which is interesting to me. Like,
yeah, the if you look down here, the 1E and the 1R are only 2/100 of a second, or 2/100 of a second behind each other, which I thought was also very fascinating because, and it's really just because of the track size. Yep.
The 1R just doesn't have time, like doesn't have enough space to open up. It seems like,
well, except for just on that one stretch, that one 10, turn 10 to turn 11, there is that one stretch right there. But still, even after you hit the boost, you're not quite hitting top speed, and you're braking before the boost is over, more than likely. So it's absolutely correct that you just can't max out very well on this track because it's really just not designed for an S1R. But it makes a great test for all these championship drivers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We need to get highlights. How do we get highlights? I want to see. I want you to bring some highlights. I want to see.
We need a video editor for you.
Yeah, I know. I honestly, I would do it more often if it didn't take so much time to do. I do try to get highlights occasionally, and I have everything on. I have all the previous stuff on file. Ooh. Because I do take from that and do other stuff with it as well. Make commercials.
Can people just clip it? Like, I know on Twitch and stuff, people can like clip it. Like if it's on YouTube,
if you allow it.
Can you?
You have to allow it. I can clip them right from StreamYard. That's how I clip. I pull off the old recordings from StreamYard.
Gotcha.
And then I pull them into a video editor and then can edit them from there.
Yeah.
I will try to do some highlights if time allows.
Well, no, I was going to pay somebody to come do it for you if you could clip it off of YouTube or something.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody wants to do it, I'm happy to give the download, to give the downloads. It's not a problem.
It's a lot of work. Anyway.
Yeah, it is a lot of work for sure.
Yeah.
So, I just thought this was some pretty cool
stuff. This is really interesting. Let's go. It looks like Metaspook's got, and Foreskin.
Foreskin's been running it.
Foreskin's been running it.
Yeah. The one thing I like about
this really peeled back this course.
This information, you're right. You've really peeled back the course. You know who's running on it. You know what the times are.
that end just. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can see, Foreskin's been on there, Metaspook's been on there, Funky Beats, Crowley's on there.
All over that.
Foreskin's all over it. And when it comes down to to drivers to really watch, I would really watch Foreskin. I would really watch Bejo.
My eyes will not leave Foreskin.
Yeah.
He stays pretty hidden until the end.
Yeah. And honestly, my sleeper pick for the race for tomorrow is Akapropi. Akapropi is a genius on short tracks. He last season.
Akapropi is going to beat that Foreskin.
It's a possibility. Oh, God.
I think the entire lineup's going to go hard on Foreskin. If I'm being honest, I think Foreskin's going to be roughed and tumbled by the end of this race.
Right? Yeah, he could be pulled in any direction. Sorry, I had to do it.
Well played. Well played.
All right. Anyway, so that's racing tomorrow. Don't forget to hit us up 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be racing on the Metaverse Racing News Network on YouTube. I can't.
We are children. We are just children. I am sorry. That is.
And the takeaway from that is we are all 10 years old.
Absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
Thanks so much, Mass.
Thank you for the update, Mass.
Thank you, guys. Good to see all of you, and can't wait to see you tomorrow on the track.
Yes.
All right. Check it out.
Whew.
Later.
This is top tier. This is broadcaster of the year material, y'all. Like, this is what you get. You're not turning into anybody. You're turning into the reigning broadcasters of the year. Only top-notch broadcasting here.
That's right. All right, guys. Peace out. We'll see you later.
All right. See you, Mass. Have a good night.
You too.
Oh man.
Ah,
That was a good laugh.
needed that. All right.
Definitely.
So,
Whew. So hey, Upland did a thing this week. We got the rewards were given out for the team, the people who traded teams.
yeah. What did you think of that reward?
So obviously, thank you, for the team for doing that. I was a little scared when I saw like that only the top 10 were getting block explorers, because I honestly, I didn't know how many there were. I was in the top 10, so I did get a block explorer. But I'll be honest, like, and I am super happy about that. And like, I'm like, yes, super rare
love block explorers.
Love block explorers. Like the actual block explorer didn't excite me too much. I mean, I think it would have been hard thematically, but like I would have liked to see something more representative. I mean, I guess it was a Spark treasure chest looking thing. And the Spark was a nice addition. I just felt bad for the people who switched teams, but like only got like one Spark. And now granted, they didn't help. You look at the points, like they really did not contribute to the cyborgs winning at all. So, that's understandable, but like, I wish that they would have specified that ahead of time for people. Like it didn't say, and I mean, they didn't not say that reward would be based on participation. It really just said, hey, if you do it, you'll get a reward. And technically everybody did get something. But if I didn't make top 10, I'd feel some kind of way. Looking for something that would be like a trader, right? Like, a turncoat, or like something that represents like cyborgs, like something that actually, you have like, the pirates and the knights like crossed out, and then like a little cyborgs thing, like showing that you switch, something like more representative of what the actual accomplishment was.
Or just a BE that says trader.
Yeah, or just, exactly. Like or I would have, if it was going to say trader, I would want it to be a badge, a trader badge. But I was curious. So because the top Spark was like 34 or 3,500 Spark. I didn't see what the rewards were for actually like placing in the event. But I do think if they continue that, like that to me is a potentially compelling argument for people to switch teams and place high, because that was 3,500 Spark, which is like $5. So there's something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Overall, like, okay, thank you. I'm not dissatisfied with it. But yeah, top was 3,907. Yeah. So, I mean, like the fact, like the top contributor on that, like got a significant reward as well. Like, I think that could play into people's logic. I know if I decide to participate again, I will almost certainly go with the Knights if they're offering the same opportunity. Just as a chance to win one of those exclusive block explorers. I don't foresee myself ever really being one of the top people in a faction in general. So I think, being top 10 traders is a better chance for me. But yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But lending stuff out doesn't get you points, doesn't mean you don't contribute. Yeah, and exactly. Like that's the other, like that's a very valid point, Lily. Like it's definitely not a comprehensive thing. That's why I didn't really like that, especially for this first time. Like if they would have said that up front, like, hey, we're going to do this and it's going to be based on participation, then at least people knew, hey, I need to get points. But if you just joined and then you're like, hey, like I'm going to buy some stuff and I'm just going to give it away, which is like, luckily on the last day, I did a little bit just because I was getting bored and wanted to. But like there was a real chance that I ended with hardly any points. And if I didn't win the block explorer, I would be very upset about that. Because I did follow the instructions, and yes, technically they can be like, well, you did get a reward, but like, to me, that's not really in the spirit of what was said. And so anyway, I like the Block Explorer. I'm glad I got top 10. If I was number 11 or something like that, like number 10 got a BE, got 81 Sparklet and scored 43 points. Yeah, and I don't know if that doesn't feel like a lot of points at all, considering I think the top one scored thousands. But yeah, I mean, it's fair. I don't know. It's a thing. Upland did a thing, and it was acceptable.
Speaking of things, yesterday they did make an announcement that they are stepping away from BitGet as an exchange. Just the trading volume on there didn't justify the high cost of operating on that exchange. So they said, get your money, get your Sparklet out of there. But they're continuing to want to, they did that to help grow Sparklet's liquidity, and they want to focus more on more decentralized exchanges like Uniswap and Aerodrome. So they did make that announcement. And that's, I do like that they realized that the trading volume was low on that exchange and the cost was high. So they're adjusting as required. So smart move there.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. Then
made that announcement a day prior. It's funny.
Then yesterday they also announced the Easter egg hunt scavenger challenge.
Is that what was people were on about in Discord today? Rock's giving it 2 thumbs down, and whatever this is. But
yeah, it's excited to have the scavenger hunt back. Talking with some people, it wasn't it wasn't like it used to be.
The scavenger hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even look at it. Honestly, I've been busy with work. So
yeah. I did like that it was 2,000 UpX, so it was affordable. Almost everybody can participate if they chose to.
It hasn't been, so they announced it less than 24 hours before it started.
Yes.
Don't love that.
No. That was my next comment, was that, they closed registration on Thursday at 7 a.m. Pacific time, and then started the hunt at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And it ends Friday, April 18th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Top 3 fastest players, they got scavenger hunt badge. So I was surprised you weren't all over it since there was a badge.
I didn't. That is not enough turnaround time, and it's in the middle of the workday. It really depends on my schedule if I have flexibility on it. And today I just didn't. And I wasn't prepared for it because, that's not enough lead time.
Yeah. So you'll, it would have been 11 a.m. for you today.
Yeah, no, I got, that's a work day. So don't have time to be faffing about with scavenger hunts. I'll let other people get it. Again, I don't want to say I've made my claim. I have my legacy. I've been the holder of pretty much every title in Upland at one point or another. So, you know what? I love that Unspoken Bullet is going and crushing the collections. I hope that somebody surpasses me in badges, because that means that the community is growing ever stronger. So I am happy to hand over the reins to the incoming champions and workhorses of the next wave. So go out there and get that scavenger badge.
And that seemed to be the first big frustration, was the short notice for it. And then the second one was just some of the clues people really struggled through. And I know back in the day with the other, those things were cutthroat and they were done quickly.
They were
challenging, but if you were good with Google, you could get there pretty quick. And then they did say that everyone who completes the hunt, regardless of how long it took you, will earn a lore legit.
Oh, that's cool. Hopefully they don't run out this time.
All right. Now, I was wrong on the intro of the show. I said they only announced stuff yesterday. Today, they dropped through 3 new articles, 3 new announcements today, too. So it was yesterday and today.
They're pumping out the information.
Absolutely. So after that, they have the win an exclusive themed nursery in the Blossom Ledger Challenge. So every dollar spent up to $1,000 gets you an entry into winning one of 5 Blossom themed nurseries. Why are nurseries important? Because they're going to be able to grow plants where people, well, they'll be able to grow seeds where people will be able to purchase seeds for Sparklet. And it's the start of life when proto will one day become stem. So, and these are themed towards the blossom season. So these 5 will be one of a kind.
Very cool. Good luck.
And 250,000 Sparklet will be airdropped to the winners.
There you go.
So the more you spend, the more Sparklet tokens you'll earn from the airdrop, but it's capped at 1,000.
I mean, so are we talking about life? Is that one of the things?
That's one of the ones coming up next.
Yeah.
They also, I was saving that one for last. They also did announce the Blossom themed bundles. They have a couple for UpX, some block explorers the property decor, map assets for UpX. There's going to be 350 bundles with 12,000 UpX. There's going to be 2 randomly selected map assets from the 5 unique designs. Then they have the block explorer bundles, and they're $9.99. They have 4 different eggs. And then they have the 20,000 UpX plus some Easter block explorers, which kind of looks like a starfish vomited out of an egg.
Nice.
Yeah, if you haven't seen them, I was really scratching my head I'm like, what is that?
Oh, well, it's like the Easter eggs plus
A
aliens.
flower alien.
Yeah, alien tentacles.
This one kind of looks like a chicken started to grow, maybe a chicken eye.
No, those are the tentacles, and they're like red tentacles, and yeah, they're like weird alien eggs, obviously.
Yeah.
Also, my dude, Unspoken score of 232 collector score, crushing.
Oof. And then there's the 30K UpX plus the Blossom Easter Block Explorer, and there's only 50 of those available.
Yeah.
And then you have the 40,000 UpX bundle with the Bite Hopper Block Explorer. So happy Easter.
Yeah.
Then they teased you. It said, Life in Upland, new details revealed, plus Protum sale now open to all.
Wait, are we going straight to that? Like, is this the last topic? Because to me, there's 2 big topics that I've seen in the chat and that have been going on this week that I think deserve some discussion. Life, obviously, being one of them.
This was the last article topic.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saving the other thing for the last thing then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it catches your eye. You're like, ooh, Life in Upland, new details revealed. And they jump in with, as we prepare for Totem Phase 3 and gearing up to welcome life into Upland. I was like, okay, we're going to get some more details. Something's going to happen. And they kind of rehash a lot of the stuff that was already talked about of what life is going to be like with these nurseries. And, you can only earn Protum through totems. But they did elaborate that in the future, plants and animals, it said fruits, trees, or cows. So you can milk a cow for Protum, I guess, which will be stem. But it will give new opportunities for ongoing growth and sustainability within the life system. They did talk about having to nurture your plant And there were two things that they talked about there after they went.
Yeah, and I mean, they showed some images of like the withering and the dying, like.
Yeah.
But and
actually, they went through a lot. Sorry, they went through a lot of explaining to just say go buy some proto.
Yeah, and like it seems like that's feeding the plants just to kind of have these plants, which seem like more of a status symbol. And X1 did comment on that in Discord, saying, hey, not everything in the game is going to be a moneymaker, etc., which is fair to some degree. Like, we like to have our decorations and our fun things, but if people are spending, not renting, like spending, cashing in Sparklet to get something, like, I don't know, that feels weird that it's just going into these trees and then dying. Maybe I'm missing. It's very possible I'm missing something. Like, I like the idea. We've been waiting. So I bought years ago, literally, one Christmas tree avenue in San Francisco. First of all,
Christmas trees.
It's a one. It's in the middle of San Francisco. It's a beautiful location. I have a bunch of map assets on it. Go check it out. But I was like, even back then, I was like, I want to have a nursery. I want to have a Christmas tree, which obviously then would be more during like the frost season. Like, and in fact, I have a bunch of cheeses.
That's the Wonderland season.
Or Wonderland season. Yeah, I have a bunch of cheeses, Christmas trees, I think there as well. Like, I have been excited about life and plants in Upland for a while. I think it's an important aspect. It just confuses me a little bit as to how, like, we're going from the Sparklet and then like I guess I'm just not sure how all the tokens play together yet and why I would be interested in this from like burning my Sparklet to make this happen. Like, it doesn't feel like it would be something I would want to do necessarily. I don't know that having trees is that important to me. If it was like renting Sparklet or if it was spending UpX or something like that, sure. But like, I don't want to burn my Sparklet to get something that like then I have to take care of or it dies. And trees are stuck to the property. Like, so you can't even like.
You can't take them with you if you move. But do you take a tree when you move? You don't.
No, I mean, just like when you don't take your house, like, I mean, you sell it, it would be increasing the value of it. But also then somebody buys your house and then they have to water a plant. Like, bro, like, you just gave me a chore. Like,
and that was one of the interesting things too. They talked about, all players can spend Sparklet to create a random seed legit with the Metaventure owner earning compensation. It doesn't say you're going to earn the Sparklet that was fully burned, but you're going to earn compensation. So
what comes first, tree growing, private planes, or semi-trailers? Tree growing. I don't see private plane flying coming in for a long time, and I don't see semi-trailers coming in for an even longer time.
We did talk about the semi-trailers and just the mechanics.
Geez, I saw you log into 7 days. Don't play me. You're barely watching. You're half watching. It's all right. Yeah, what's the compensation? Yeah, maybe I missed the compensation part because
it just all it says is that totem enabled nurseries properties where the totems have been placed will offer unique functions. All players can spend Sparklet to create a random seed legit with a Metaventure owner earning compensation. Spending Sparklet to receive seed legits is not staking. Once spent, the Sparklet leaves your wall, is not returned. This is a true spend mechanic, making a key step in expanding Sparklet utility within Upland.
Which, don't get me wrong, that's
awesome. I like it.
I like the spend Sparklet mechanic in general. Like, I think that is an important next step in the life cycle. X1 did say not everything is for compensation, which I fundamentally agree with. Think about block explorers. Block explorers don't benefit you. They're just cool collectibles. Like, it doesn't, like, everything doesn't have to be, some ongoing, money maker. But again, if I'm burning sparklet, if it's my first chance to burn sparklet, it better be something pretty special. Like, because you want people to take advantage of this mechanic. You want to get some of the sparklet out of the system. Like, that's going to ultimately increase the value of sparklet, the rarity, etc. So I would think you would want to do something that really wows the community to want to do this. And, I'm not just speaking for myself. I'm like looking at the community, their response, their interactions. And I feel like the community hasn't been sold yet. Like, totems came out, like people were stoked.
Yeah.
People were fighting me about how cool totems were. Like, they were in there. They were advocating for totems, protums. Like, people were going nuts. They were very excited about it. Lots of hype. Lots of, you could feel it in the community when totems were first announced. This is hitting a different tone. Like, I don't know.
I think it was because of the title and where the article went. And really at the end, it was, it was drink more Ovaltine.
Yeah. Sorry, my dog is doing weird things. What are you doing over there? Get out of there.
So, like, really, there was information. It was useful. The sparklet having a utility is, I like that aspect, but in the end, it was just like, buy more protum. That's the way I interpreted it. So
yeah,
and
I want to be excited about it again. Like, I really like the idea of being able to make trees, bringing life. I was really excited about their life, the project that Dirk and down they were working on, where they were going to digitize like all the variations and attributes of life and leverage that. Like, when digital puppies, like I would burn sparklet for a digital puppy in a heartbeat. Like, give me digital. You want me to burn sparklet? Give me digital pets. Like, that's I'll burn sparklet for digital pets, like, all day. Imagine putting a little puppy on your property. Like, they got different animals. Like, that would be, I wouldn't have any sparklet left. I'd be like, I would just 1,000 dogs. And I'd be like, well, I don't have any sparklet. I guess I'm not building anything. Oh, see? This is why puppies are better than kids. Look, I just called her over, and she's like, hi, I'm cute. I'm a cute terrorist. And meanwhile, he's got, God only knows what's happening over there. Like, he's got to troubleshoot. He's got to listen to these little monsters. Look at this. It's a full headset off situation. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh, he's trying to listen, but then he's also got to listen to whatever demon seed is over there. Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Better. Mine's better. Yes.
I couldn't even show this one. He had a bloody nose and there's like blood all over his face. And he's like, I got a bloody nose. I'm like, did you get it on anything? He goes, just one fingerprint on your bed. So it's probably going to look like a death scene when I get out of here. And it's like, go see your older sister. She'll help you out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't even. Yeah. Yep. All right.
No, I just pawned him off on his older sister.
Just put some dirt on it. You'll be all right.
I have an hour and 45 minutes to do something that I want to do each week, and it's this. So, like, the house can catch on fire, and until the fire gets to this room, I'm still going to sit here through it, okay? Nothing else matters. Somebody walks in, I'll be like, bro, you can rob me, but you have to wait till the show's over. It's my time, and it's going to take a lot if they're not coming in and, they're not squirting blood out of an appendage or,
I mean, you literally just had a child covered in blood. You're like, that's not enough
bleeding
blood
anymore.
It's not bleeding. It's all right. You're all right. Is it still bleeding? Is this an active situation? No.
No, it wasn't. Like if he came in here and it was active and it was streaming, I've been like, I'll be right back. But it was definitely over with, and he touched himself all over his face. So there's like smear, like he was painting himself for war. I don't know.
So he came in looking straight up like Lord of the Flies, and you were like, bro, go talk to somebody else. I can't even. Like,
basically,
your kid comes in looking like Wilson from like just bloody handprint on his face, and you're just like, I can't. Are you gonna die? No, then go away. Like
basically,
broadcaster of the year to parent of the year.
Child services is being called after this show,
right? For sure.
Now
it's all right. You're in Cleveland. That doesn't even register for them. Like
it was. The issue already, he didn't come and get me when it was going on. It's already done. So I just wanted him to go clean his face. Thanks, Diddy.
Oh my goodness. Whew. This recording will be on the next Netflix special.
I mean, yeah, he just needed to get it cleaned up. And I'm going to go see what happened to my bed, and I'll probably have to buy new sheets. So
yeah.
It happens.
Gonna love that for sure.
Oh yeah.
When's she coming back? How long do you have to get the crime scene cleaned up?
We're leaving in the morning to go see her. So she's already at her parents. She flew in. She had training for work, and then she just flew right in to go see her parents. So
yeah, gotcha. She's like, I'm taking a mini vacation. Good luck.
I need a mini vacation after this week.
Sounds like it.
I think
pigeon services. I like it. CPS.
Thank God she doesn't watch the show, because she'd just be like, "You did what?
What?"
But I can't keep secrets anyway, because they're gonna rat me out anyway.
Oh, for sure. You're like, I was all bloody, and Daddy told me that it didn't matter.
It's not gonna be him. It's gonna be my oldest daughter. You know, she's just gonna be like, Dad made me clean his bloody face. What bloody face? Oh, he had blood all over. And she'll make it way worse than it really was.
Oh, for sure. I like vulgar Uplander. Like, she's not going to believe you while you change the sheets. You're going to come on. There's fresh sheets. What did you do? Why are there fresh sheets?
No, I'm leaving it so she can see it, because it's going to be his little fingerprints. So you can match the fingerprints. You have the physical evidence right there. You see, it was this finger, and it was this finger, and it was his left hand. So yes. Nope. Already. Hey, Vulgar, I was right there with you. That's why I wasn't buying the new sheets now.
I like it. So then she gets to deal with them. It's going to be dried blood all over. She can be like, I'm just glad to be home after a long week of work and travel and family. I just want to come home into my relaxing bed that is covered in my child's blood. No, brilliant plan, dude. Don't change a thing. I think this is perfect. Yeah, nothing could go wrong in this scenario.
Hey, I've made it 15 years, so I'm doing okay.
Yeah, that's true. She's like, honestly, like, this isn't the worst I've come home to.
Right?
Like,
all right. Sorry on that sidetrack there. They did talk about 2 actions. You have to feed it and you got to cultivate it. But, you know, once we get closer to the nurseries launching and actually the utility of it, I'm going to be a little more excited. I like the information that was given. I was just disappointed that at the end it was just buy more Protum.
Yeah. It's definitely a wait and see situation. Again, the nursery's getting like the needing the totems to activate to do things is kind of cool. But yeah, just imagine a random listener jumping into that. Yeah. Like, what in this is my new favorite podcast. Is this one of them new crime podcasts where they try to catch the killer and it turns out it's his own stun? Like, what? Who did it? So anyway, yeah, again, we'll wait and see. You know, maybe they'll do some bigger announcements over virtual G Week.
Yeah. And I don't want to spend too much more time breaking down all the things that they've proposed here, of the different grows and the foundations and all that stuff. They do have the packages of Protum sweetener packs that you can check them out in the store. Don't need to cover those over, but yep.
But so they're selling the Protum that was like you were supposed to buy the totem to feed it Protum to get more Protum, and now they're just like, you just buy the Protum straight now.
Well, even with the first launch of totems, you could buy Protum that first season too.
Sure.
And this, you're not buying the Protum here. You're buying the UpX. So the different ones, you get the UpX for the price.
I just don't like that they're introduced. I mean, I guess like it's just like the other Protum sales, but the other Protum sales felt like they were in support of feeding your totems. This feels very much like, yeah, the totems didn't really work. You can just buy the Protum that you're going to need for the next thing. Like, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
That is so. Hey, look.
Yeah, let's jump into this.
This is what we were saving for last.
Yes.
That's what, if the whole side conversation of like, this is not our last topic, is it? And he said the last article, which is that.
So I don't think anybody's confirmed that they've been layoffs. They can be contracts. They can be, they could be contracts that were up. They can just leave. They could have been replaced and they just haven't announced that they've been replaced. So there's a lot of speculation behind it, but the lack of communication about it makes you wonder how open the team has always been and excited with, so-and-so has left. We wish him good luck, blah, blah, blah. There's been nothing. It was just silence. It was the internet sleuths finding these on their LinkedIn pages or their X pages or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like it does make you start to question, because like these are people that the community knows. Like, so I would expect, and I don't know, like, I guess it's like a weird thing. Like it just causes more speculation. And this is the kind of, the Dadverse says,
okay,
from a former employee.
All right. Thank you for that.
Again, that is not confirmed outside. I mean, that is what the Dadverse is saying. So that is not us. If that proves to be inaccurate, it's the Dadverse's fault. If it proves to be true, we broke it first. No. Yeah. They don't always like goodbyes. Again, it just creates, more churn. We already had a lot of churn happening in the community. For then these things to like surface without any context, without any understanding of like, are these roles being backfilled? And again, Upland doesn't owe us anything, right? Like, let's be very clear. Upland does not. They are a privately run company. Like, we are players. They don't owe us anything on their, employees, their retention policies, their, new hire, whatever. They don't owe us any of that. But it does, obviously, as veterans of the game and just people in general, like, you see top level people leaving a company. There's usually only a handful of reasons, and sometimes it's good. Like, let's be honest, like, sometimes it can be like, I worked for a smaller company, and when it was time for them to take the next big leap, they had to bring in new execs that had experience taking a company from, $1 million company to $1 billion company. Like, you have to make that transition. And so you have to have new, fresh leadership, etc. This does not feel like that case, because it would have a very different tone. It would usually be more broadcast. This definitely feels like a situation of either downsizing or people leaving. I don't know. Tightening a belt. Yeah. Richard says, yeah.
And then you're somebody that plays a lot of mobile games, a lot of other games. How many of them do you get to know the the upper echelons of the game, of the company that runs the game. You know, how often do you pay attention to their movements, or you just play games? And
it depends. I mean, there have been mobile games where like we got like our guild got Christmas cards from the developers because we were spending so much. So like, but it's also this is a very different dynamic in the sense that, you know, those games were like the reason you continued to play Clash of Clans is because Clash of Clans was a fun game. I don't want to say no, but like I would say the vast majority of people keep playing Upland because of the community, and like it's a different, like Web3 is different in that sense. Like one of the things that makes Web3 different than a Web2 is this kind of like we're all in it together, right? Like that is part of it. Like, and Upland has fostered that, right? Upland has made us feel like we are part of the fabric of the company. And I think that methodology worked very well to ingratiate us, to feel a kind of loyalty to Upland that I don't feel towards any other game. I don't have the level of loyalty towards any other game than I do to Upland. And so, yeah, I go, Upland has created a situation where, you know, senior people leaving is noticeable to the community and is impactful to the community. So I think like that's in one sense a good sign that they have integrated the community so tightly with their organization, but that also shows you the downside of it, because if things start to go, you know, maybe not exactly the trajectory you wanted, it becomes very transparent to your community. And then how do you balance it? Yeah. We talk about, fair enough.
Yeah. And it's not like, you know, someone like Danny was just somebody they hired and hired out. She's known Edan for years, and, you know, they were looking to bring her into the team and onto the project, and they were finally able in a position to do that. So, you know, that's, you look at that dynamic a little different than, wait, she's not there. There wasn't an announcement. Once you know that there's, you know, that kind of friendship that was there before the business side of the house.
Yeah. And exactly. Like we only know that because Upland has integrated the community so tightly with themselves, right? Dirk and Edan, like, I don't want to say we have a personal relationship with them, but like we know them. Like we've talked with them. We've had several meetings with them. We've met them in real life. It's a very different scenario. So yeah, like it is, I don't want to go as far as say concerning. It's just a factor in a pattern of things that is getting harder and harder to kind of just ignore. Like speculation is not content. Content is all speculation. We aren't running Upland. All we can do is speculate. So I don't know what you want. Like that is literally all we do is speculate. That's all anybody does. Somebody else doing something besides speculating? I would love to see that.
Nobody's come out with facts. Danny, Shelley, they haven't come out and said anything. You know, they haven't made public statements. Upland hasn't made a public statement, but they're no longer with it. That's all we know. I mean, I don't know what more you want from us there, Orthodox.
And the reality is, we're talking about it because the community is talking about it. This isn't something that is just like a personal vendetta to Too Stupid to Myself. We saw it throughout the entire show. People were asking, hey, are you going to talk about these? Like, hey, did you see this? Hey, this is something that is important to the community. So that is exactly what we're here to do. We want to talk about the issues that are important to the community. And it's not always fun, and it's not always easy. And yeah, I would much rather be talking about fun things, but we have to talk about the realities of where we're at as well. And like, to me, this is important news. And again, we're basing that on the community impact and the community outreach that is around it. Yeah.
JT.
Yeah.
Speculation is content. News is information. Content's all the amazingness in between.
Should we do we need more toe content? Is that what you would prefer? I can make that up.
No.
All right.
Yeah. So, but it is concerning when your chief of staff and your chief operating officer are no longer with the company and there's no announcement made,
Yeah. Always. The toe is always ready. toe and foreskin. Broadcaster of the year right there. Get it. Now those positions were all made up mumbo jumbo. They actually weren't at all. But yeah.
But once again, Upland doesn't owe us anything.
No,
with any of these announcements.
Full, Upland doesn't owe us anything. But hey, here we are. We are a community. We're a community of smart people that would like answers, would like information. And until then, all we can do is speculate.
Yeah, speculate and wonder what it means. And it's you could be on the one boat that, oh my God, they got those two are no longer here.
That's a great question.
We're sinking, or it's okay. You've done a great job and you got us to this point, and we have these people here that is going to get us to the next point because it's just the experience that we have. So,
is this a real thing? Is somebody doing? We're not putting anything up. We will be in Vegas. I will be in Vegas from Tuesday to Sunday during Genesis week, but I'm hanging out with my peeps, just doing fun nonsense stuff and gaming. If there's an actual, if somebody's coordinating something, I might attend that, but Too Stupid, you're not planning on doing anything formal. Again, if you're there, we might do something informal. I mean, we'll probably do a live broadcast from there. Oh, you know what? Maybe we should just
crash the studio.
Just show up. We know where the Upland offices are. Just report live outside of. We're here live outside of the Upland offices in Las Vegas. And then just interview anybody who walks by. Do you work for Upland? Have you seen the llama? Just what is happening? And just get them evicted. Be like, you're causing a nuisance to our building. And no. Oh, do you think Upland? Oh, we could. That's it. That would be real prime time. And we go, and there's just a for rent sign where Upland used to be. Be like, and here in the abandoned building that used to be the Upland offices of Vegas. Oh, I like it. Now that's some real journalism. That's broadcaster of the year right there. It's Spirit of Halloween. City Pigeon. Yes, that's what I want. We should go. We should do that. We should actually get a Spirit of Halloween sticker and put it over the Upland.
Oh, we're gonna get called at the office after this one.
Oh, we were gonna be good. Pivot. Where's my chicken wing? I need a chicken wing. Oh, here's it. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Being good. Back to being good. We love Upland.
Oh,
Please
man.
Don't blacklist us. Yeah. So this went real good. I think we nailed this episode.
Oh yeah, we were all over the place with this episode.
We just it was City Pigeon. City Pigeon, that's true. City Pigeon evoked it. STEM. Rails is just I'm just trying to throw it out. Let's go.
What else you got?
We love Upland. Nothing, because I feel like anything I say now, I feel like I'm just gonna get myself in more trouble. I just need to stop digging. Look at my Blossom hat. I support Blossom season. Thank you for my block explorer. I appreciate it, Upland. Please don't send me to Alcatraz. What, MassChef? Chef, what are you doing? Best show ever. Yes. Goodness gracious. This show had it all.
It did.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe. And remember, nominate us, vote for us for Broadcaster of the Year.
They're not even having anything announced yet.
Just go on Discord. Everybody go on Discord and say, we want the UpX Podcast Broadcaster of the Year back to back. Let's go. You do it. That'd be real nice.
What is it with that accent?
I don't know, man. I'm off the rails at this point. I'm just waiting for you to wrap it up. I don't know what you're looking at. I don't know if you're just like looking for a thumbnail for the title. You're looking for AI generated apology. I don't know. Cold llama turd. I don't know what that is, but that's what I want now. We're having an award ceremony in Vegas. Fantastic. Let's do it. And it better have golden llama turds or I'm going to be disappointed. We're going to have a public vote. Fantastic. Love it. Absolutely.
The public vote of the people just in Vegas?
Just in Vegas? What? No one's... anyway. Nope. Dirk listens to this on podcast, so I'm not going to say that out loud. JT. Call you out. JT.
At the 1 hour... 9 minute and 58 second mark.
Man, can you imagine some of this? Like, yes. Oh, yes. That would be fantastic. Yes. Just listening to this nonsense at like 2x speed. I have to imagine they're like, I don't know. Do they still listen?
Usually people do it at 1.5 or so. People at 2x are just crazy.
Oh yeah, 2x would be way too fast. But 1.5, even at 1.5 speed, I feel like some of this nonsense would be too much. Yeah.
Could be.
Anyway,
all right.
Vibes. Oh, actually, you know what? So they're all of that aside, like your boy Stosh is actually like has gotten a second win and is doing some incredibly cool stuff. We actually have, and hopefully this doesn't ruin it too much. We were supposed to have a meeting with the Upland dev team today, but one of the developers' kids was sick. Kids ruin everything, for the record. So we're meeting with them next week to discuss. I watch at half speed. We're meeting with them next week to actually discuss some upcoming opportunities and partnerships. And Stosh has been working on some really cool stuff and has cracked the code on a couple things. So I know there hasn't been a lot of news relating to that, but honestly, Stosh has found a second wind and is doing some kind of cool stuff. So I don't have anything that I can share with you today, but actually stay tuned. Like, there is some cool stuff happening. Like, Stosh hasn't given it up. Another, yeah, kids ruin everything. That's just facts. That's just like standard. That should just be boilerplate. Like, I don't know. They should teach that in school, I feel like, at a very early age. You could tell King does. I mean, he's not going to, but it's a good thought. All right. I feel like you should go check.
I think you just froze. Yeah, I'll probably go check and see how bad it is. And
oh, there we go. I think
we'll go see the damage.
Yeah, go see the damage before Dirk permanently cuts my internet.
All right. Everybody, have a great weekend. Be safe. Have fun. We'll see you next week.
The UpX Podcast with the property experts. If it's happening in Upland, it's the place you want to check first. With your host who's stupid to win and thank me later. Bringing the strategy, news, and cool charts with all the data. This is Upland, where the Metaverse goes down. Genesis, San Fran, to Rio, and all around. Don't miss a week, you never know what they'll say next. It's the Upland Property Experts, baby, UP.